Film fans YouTube, hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Josh, your movie apprentice, and the month of April is finally behind us, the month of Fools. The Easter Bunny has been and gone, and it is time for me to give my tier list of the 9 films that I saw in April 2025. Breaking down the tiers: must-see cinema, you have to watch these movies if you're a film fan. Physical purchase, films that I really like that I would happily own physically. Glad I watched. Good movies that I will likely never watch again. Worth a stream, those mixed bag films that are worth a nice stream as a distraction where you want us to switch your brain off. Not for me. You might like it. I personally don't, but I can see why others like it. Do not watch. If you're a film fan, don't waste your time with these movies. So let's go right into these 9 films, starting off with The Amateur. Now, The Amateur, starring Rami Malek, had an interesting premise of someone that is not a killer trying to do this espionage assassination mission, and the quest for revenge is very wishy-washy, and I will say that the finale I found to be very underwhelming after everything that he goes through. His resolution is to point the gun between the guy who killed his wife's head and just gauge his reaction, even though this guy is certain that he's not going to pull the trigger. It's a very convoluted one. John Bernthald's character doesn't really do much in this, even though he's established something that might do a lot. Just feels that was a massive missed opportunity with this film. I feel like I should probably read the book. I felt the book executes this whole premise better. But as a film, I don't know, the Amateur was just not for me, so it's going straight into that tier. Then we jump straight into Ryan Coogler's Sinners. This is the one that everyone's been talking about, and this is well worth all the praise it has been getting with its fantastic music, a scene that truly elevates one out of their seat, a fantastic duo lead performance by Michael B. Jordan. Ryan Coogler directs the ever living hell out of this one. Sinners is one of those films that, in terms of original cinema, this is one that people need to rush out to see because Sinners is right up there as a must-see cinema caliber of movie. I will say the same for La Cocina. This is one that I'm not going to review, but it's the last one I watched this month, and it's basically telling the story of this kitchen, and it's must-see cinema straight away for what feels like a 10-minute oneer. There is a one shot that moves from the kitchen down the line, follows waitresses out, sees them serving the tables, pulls the camera back in, gets more stuff going on. Like this whole lunch rush is told through this oneer that is absolutely phenomenal. Throw in some fantastic performances, as well as a fantastic monologue scene from a character that is in the background until this one moment as a very intoxicating and hypnotic scene. There's just so much in La Cocina that really pulled me in and reminds me why I love movies. It's a very simple movie about a very busy line kitchen, and it works wonders for me. Out of this and Sinners, it's actually a tough one. I was just getting all the love, but I feel like La Cocina for me, that even though it's a 2024 film, did come out in 2025. I'm gonna have to put La Cocina on top, I would say, because my only complaint with La Cocina was I did not like the main character in this as a person, but I could see what they were trying to do with that character. And then we go into the Minecraft movie, the very memorable movie, the chicken joggy, the one that's caused every theater to turn to an absolute circus. And quite frankly, I hate it when movies do this whole theme park, do it for the memes mentality that it seems has become more and more prevalent over the last few years, thanks to a certain other platform. That being said, is the Minecraft movie a good movie? No. But is it a fun movie? Oh, hell yeah, it's a fun movie. And as someone that casually play the games, I appreciate Easter eggs thrown in there. And I feel like fans of the game got a kick out of this movie. It's one that for me is worth a stream, definitely. But Jesus Christ, the attitude in cinemas for this has been atrocious to see. Then we have the Penguin Lessons. Steve Coogan plays a teacher that teaches in Argentina just as the military coup is taking place. It's a weird one for me because it tells all the tropes of a dog changes a bitter man's life, but it's mixed in there with some true atrocities that were taking place for a long period of time in Argentina. It's a great film covering that, Argentina in 1985, that people should really check out. The Penguins, for me, is a wholesome movie that struggles to balance the two tones of a serious environment that he is teaching in versus the whimsical nature and the comedy of his penguin that just doesn't want to leave him alone. But it is based on a true story. And for me, The Penguin, it's one that I'm glad I watched because it did have a nice message in there. But it's one I can't see myself revisiting. Then we have Drop. Drop is a movie that maximizes its potential when it comes to its premise. It tackles all the obvious questions and gives us a very engrossing film that is effectively just a dinner date that has a few extra stakes from in there. I had a lot of fun with it with Drop, and I, for me, would say it is definitely one that's worth a stream. I can't see myself buying it physically, but I feel like it is a solid movie that has some great themes of recovering from domestic abuse. I thought that was a great theme in there. And then we get into the Until Dawn category, and I put Until Dawn in between these two as worth a stream because Until Dawn, as someone that loves the games, I enjoyed all the Easter eggs in this. I love the guy who played Dr. Hill comes back and plays that same role in this one. I like the Easter egg revelation at the end that the first game is about to begin. And I love the nods to the Wendigo and the Masked Man. It's not a direct game to film adaptation, and it takes a lot of liberties. And whilst the kills are good, the characters are awful, like god awful characters. But I don't know, Until Dawn ticked what I wanted from it, but didn't do anything more than that. It's definitely not a great movie. I feel like the director's previous film, Shazam, Annabelle Creation, and Lights Out are all better movies. But Until Dawn's video game adaptation, it's fine. It's not the worst I've ever seen, but I might be biased because I'm a big fan of the games. The Accountant 2, this is a physical purchase right here because the chemistry between John Bernthal and Ben Affleck in this one is what carries this and takes it from a generic action movie into something with a lot more heart. This is a film that allows the characters to have human moments where they're just shooting the shit and absolutely just shooting the breeze with each other. And that is where the film shines its strongest. You can give me all these action scenes of the world of one-man armies taking down a whole yard full of goons. The scenes where it's just these two brothers interacting with each other, ribbing each other, and pushing each other, and sometimes getting aggressive and personal. That's where this film shines the strongest. I had a much better time in The Accountant 2 than I had any expectation for. And we go into Warfare, this true, gritty revelation of what life is truly like in a modern warfare setting, what it is like to be out in the field, all the stress attached into it. I thought is a very well executed bit of cinema, and the authenticity is second to none with this one. So for me, Warfare is one that I would say I'm glad I watched. Do I see myself buying it physically? No, because I feel like it does lend itself more to the cinema experience. But Warfare, I feel like was a solid movie overall. So I'm going to put that just above the Penguin Lessons on that glad I watched category. And that's it. That is April in a nutshell for me in a nice, simple, straightforward tier list. What were your films that you saw in April? Did you agree with my list, or would you arrange it in a different way of sorts? Let me know down in the comments below your ranking or tier list of the films that you saw in April 2025. And make sure you are subscribed for more video reviews, rankings, tier lists, and sometimes video essays coming all the time. But until next time, everybody, I am Josh, I've been Movie Apprentice, and I'll see you all in the next video.